This episode is brought to you today by TSE Hustlers League. For someone new to sales or someone who've been selling for a long time but just find yourself in a rut, you might want to check out TSE Hustlers League. It's an online group coaching program designed to help sellers of all levels find more prospects, build better value, and close more deals. If you have no training in your company or you're looking for a way to get to the next level, you need to check out TSE Hustlers League. Find out more information by simply going to thesalesevangelist.com/hustlers. Again, thesalesevangelist.com/hustlers. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist podcast. I'm your host, Donald Kelly, the Sales Evangelist. And I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And on this episode, I'm going to talk to you about a principle that I've learned that I hope can help you as we go into this new year. This principle is called accountability. Well, let's back up a little bit. Last year around this time, you probably set some New Year resolutions. You probably had set some New Year goal. And then you realize a month later that you haven't done anything towards those goals. You haven't accomplished anything, right? Or maybe perhaps you were in the middle of the year and you had this weight loss goal and you set a plan that I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to the gym, or I'm going to get fit, I'm going to work out. Or maybe last year, mid-year, you're like, man, you know what? This sucks. I'm going to listen to podcasts. I'm going to improve. And then you find yourself falling off. You're not doing the things that you're learning on podcasts like mine, or reading books, and you're not applying those principles. And you start to realize, what is the problem? What is causing me to not have the success that I so desire and have in my mind? And I'm going to tell you what that is. It's accountability. Accountability. What's that? Accountability. That's what's going to get you to the next level of your sales professional career. Now, many of us right now, we're working on New Year's plan, New Year's goal, and I'm not going to lie, I have been working on those plans ever since last year. I've talked about this on one of our past episodes with my mastermind, how we work on our goals, how we set our plans, and so forth. And the thing that I came to realize that many of us fall short on, especially when it comes to setting New Year's resolution, because there's some people who I've talked to and who I get a chance to interact with who said, I'm not even setting any New Year's resolution. I'm not even going to waste my time doing that because I'm not even going to do it by the end of the month. Anyway, so why do I even go and get the gym membership? Why do I even go and get the workout shoes? Or why do I even go and get the new books or any of these things? Well, if you do the same old, you're going to get the same old results. The thing that I've seen that makes any New Year resolution that much more powerful, in fact, any goal more powerful, is accountability. I mean, you really think about this. If you told someone your goal, say your goal is to lose 15 pounds or lose 10 pounds, you have someone that you told that goal, the likelihood of you accomplishing that goal increases significantly. Now, I'm not just saying, putting on social media alone, which is a great avenue if you don't have anyone else to talk to. But here's what I would recommend. Find one or two other individuals that may have similar goals that you have and give an accountability. Say, you know what? I want you to keep me accountable. Maybe it's your spouse. Maybe it's your brother. Maybe it's your mom. Maybe it's a cousin. Maybe it's a coworker. Maybe it's a boss. Some outside third party that they don't have anything to gain or to lose from you gaining your goal or losing your goal, but they are going to keep you accountable. That is the biggest difference. Now, let me explain to you how it works with like masterminds. With my mastermind, we set a goal, and I think I shared with you, we set out these goals, and not only did I set goals, like say, for instance, I want to make X thousands of dollars by the end of the year, right? Instead of just setting that blatant goal, we started working on granular levels, how I'm going to accomplish that goal. What do I need to do in the third quarter, in the fourth quarter, in the second quarter, in the first quarter to accomplish that goal? And we focused just on one quarter at a time. When I ran track and field, when I do distance running, what I do, especially when I run, is that I focus on just not the end necessarily. I know where the end is. It's good to know where your end is so you can work towards that, which I do have. I have that set. But then I go backwards and I go to the point of where I'm starting at. And I just plan out, maybe I just need to get down to the end of the block. And I work towards that. Because sometimes what we look at, we say by the end of the year, we want to make $15 million. So we want to hit our quota of, $30 million, whatever your quota is, or $100 million or $1,000, whatever your quota is, you set your mind out to it that I'm going to hit, that I'm going to get $750,000 by the end of the year in my new revenue bringing in. And that just plagues on your mind. And you're thinking throughout the month, because the month starts and then you're like, holy moly, how am I going to accomplish this goal? I'm not getting it. But if you break it down incrementally and say, well, you know what, for the first month, the first quarter, this is what I need to do. And in that first quarter, each month, this is what I need to do in order to get that. I know it sounds basic. I know you say, yeah, I've done this, but have you written it out? Have you truly written out everything? Like say, let me give you another example. When I did door-to-door security, or even when I sold software, one of the things that I had was I had a pretty decent sized quota that I had to fulfill, right? And I would break it down by month and I would break it down by week. So maybe it was cold calls. Say if I said I needed to get, I needed to set 15 appointments or 10 appointments for the week. So then today, what do I need to do in order to get that appointment? That's how granular it came down. So today I might say, I need to find a list of ideal customers. I need to create my list of those ideal customers today, January 1, so I can get that. Hopefully you have your list already, but say I need to get that list prepared. So I have my list prepared. I know these 200 people that I'm going to try to call over the next week. I'm going to try to focus on these individuals, right? What do you need to do to grab the attention of those 200 individuals? Then what I would share is that you probably need to connect with them on social. So put that on your list. I need to connect with them on LinkedIn, or I need to connect with them on Twitter. Find a way to grab their attention. I need to make the phone calls. How many phone calls do you need to make per day in order to grab all of these folks' attention and to be able to get into their minds and to let them know you exist? Perhaps you want to send some stuff in the mail. When are you going to send those things in the mail? How are you going to grab their attention? That's all it is right now. Instead of just focusing on a sale closing, I did an episode on this a while back, focus on the next thing. And the next thing really is just to get them to know that I exist and then to get the appointment. And if you can do it to that granular level, if you can set each week, so this week I need to get 10 appointments set. I need to get to 200 people I need to have my list of 200 people, prospects. I need to reach out to them on, LinkedIn. So I need to reach out to 50 of them on LinkedIn or whatever that is per day, or 30 of them per day, whatever your goal may be. 25 per day saves 25 people. You need to reach out and connect with on LinkedIn. You touch their profile, they see that you exist, so forth. Maybe you reach out, do a connection, then maybe you need to make the phone call. If you break it down to this granular level, 200 of them, and you set the appointments, and now you have 10 appointments set. Your goal now, each week, you have 40 appointments, 40 good appointments for the month, right? And of those 40 good appointments, say you get a quarter of them to close within the quarter, and your average deal is $10,000. Well, I think you're going to be in a pretty good situation. The cool thing about this is that you're not only accountable to yourself now because you know what you need to do this week. Your accountability partner or that team member or your spouse or your boss or whoever, your cousin, can know exactly what you have planned to get to that goal. You don't have to say, they're not going to come, because what happens sometimes, your family member will say, I thought you said you're going to lose 50 pounds. You still look overweight. Or I thought you said you're going to buy a new car. Where's your car? I thought you said you were going to, get $100,000 in sales. Where's that? Where's that money at, right? But what they don't see is the incremental work going on each and every day. But if you were to share with them, say, my goal is to lose 15 pounds. And by the end of January, I want to lose 4 pounds. For the month, this is what I'm going to do. The week, I'm going to change my eating habit this week for the first week of January. So then now they can keep you accountable for that. Instead of them keeping you accountable on the big one, they're keeping you accountable on the granular level. Change your eating habits. That's easy enough to do. Then you go to the next level. Start working out 3, 4, 5 times a week. Then you just set that. You might say 3 times a week the first week. Then you go to 4 times. Then you go to 5 times a week. That's all you need to do. But now you can set your goals based on a monthly or weekly basis with somebody who's keeping you accountable. And then it also provides them and you an opportunity to see your progress. You will see your progress. You will feel more comfortable. And that is how you will be able to set your New Year's resolutions with accountability and see progress and see success. It all comes down to accountability and to being able to see it in incremental levels. Too often we set these grandiose goals, we set big resolutions, but we don't break them down to a granular level, nor do we have an accountability partner. This is why I stress to you, find a mastermind, find a group of people you can connect with, find a community, find an individual, find a coach or a mentor. This is what happens with my clients. When I sit down with them, we set coaching goals, right? We help them to be able to recognize what can they do on a weekly level to accomplish a monthly goal, a quarterly goal, and eventually a yearly goal. When I sit down with my TSE Hustlers League group, when this community comes together, the idea is that I don't give them all the training all at once. I give them over a weekly period for 12 weeks. They also have an accountability partner that can hold them accountable of what they will accomplish this week. If the individual does everything that they're supposed to, assignments, for the 12 weeks, over that 12-week period, when they add everything up by setting those goals from the assignments each week, they'll see an incremental change in their performance as a seller. I can give you that hands down, but the people who do not see success, whether it's TSE Hustlers League or with coaching or with training or who are losing weight or who are, getting a bigger job or a better car, what happens is that those individuals don't set the incremental goals and they don't have the accountability. Accountability will change your performance. I guarantee it. If you were interested in learning how you can change your performance as a seller, check out TSE Hustlers League. If you're new, if you're struggling, you've been selling for a while, but you just haven't been hitting the results, you have to check out TSE Hustlers League. Go back through the fundamentals with us. I promise you'll see a big difference. If you are a sales leader and you want your sellers to get to the next level, you got to give them accountability. Perhaps you don't have the time. Let TSE coach them. We will sit down with them, coach and guide them. Or perhaps it's training that you need. You want to get to the next level. You need some guidance. You need to get the fundamentals broken down and taught in an easy to understand step-by-step process. You got to check out what we have to offer. That is how I've helped others. That is how it's helped me. That is how I want to help you. Set the big goals, set the minor goals, be very granular, and then get an accountability partner, someone that can keep you accountable, that can help you with that. I share this stuff because I really want to help you. I want you to find success. I want you to be happy. I don't want you to be frustrated and go through all the rigmarole and all the challenges that I have gone through. I want to give you an easier path. And if you can go through and you can do the work, you'll see that it's a lot easier than what I had to go through. I want you to be successful. I want you to be happy. But most importantly, I want you to go out each and every day and do big things.